Hey guys, my name's Dr. Becky Rumler. This is my technician Melanie, and this is Dune, and he is getting vaccines today. So we're actually doing core vaccines, which are rabies, and then also Eastern encephalitidae, triple E, West Nile, those are both carried by mosquitoes, and tetanus as well, which is a bacteria that lives in the soil that if they get a wound, they can acquire tetanus. So the first thing I usually do before vaccinating is I take their temperature. So vaccines are designed to stimulate your immune system. If they have a fever, that means their immune system is fighting something else. So we don't want to give them vaccinations if they have a fever. We want to try and figure out why they have a fever and treat that before we give them their vaccines. So we're going to double check his temp. And you guys can do a self-quiz in your mind. What would be a fever in a horse? So his temperature is 100.5, so just under 101, which to me is normal for a horse. Anything over 101 is a fever. So horses usually run anywhere between 98 and 101. So he's going to get his vaccinations in the muscle, right here in the muscle of the neck. Oh, I know. So he's going to get his Eastern, Western, tetanus, West Nile on the left side. We'll go and give the rabies on the right side. Of course, we're going to draw blood for a Coggins test. You're fine. We draw blood from the jugular vein right here in the neck. Wow, good boy you are. And the Coggins test, you guys are probably pretty familiar with it. It's a document that they're required to have in order to travel. So it's not actually a vaccination. We're not giving them anything. We're drawing blood so it can be sent in for testing. And what they're testing for is actually a virus called equine infectious anemia. The rabies on your right side. I know you don't want the rabies vaccine. I'm sorry. You're fine. So the Coggins test is for a virus called equine infectious anemia. The reason that we do that test is that there's no vaccination for it and there's no treatment for it. So if the horse has it, they have to be taken out of the population. So we test them to make sure they don't have it. As long as they don't, then they can travel around and be near other horses. It's transmitted by, getting the other vaccine. It's transmitted by biting flies. So they can, if they're at a horse show and they have equine infectious anemia and they're bitten by a fly and that fly goes and bites another horse, they can transmit it. So the way that we've controlled it in the United States is we've tested it and removed those horses from the population. All right, this is not a core vaccine, this is a strangles vaccine. So this vaccination goes up their nose. Ready, bud? Actually, really well. Good boy, oh good boy. Strangles is a bacterial infection that is contagious horse to horse, very contagious horse to horse. Also can be transmitted just on clothing and shoes. All sorts of other tack, brushes, it can all, I think he's all set.
I can let him go.
Yep, do I need a picture of him? Yes. So we also have to take his picture for his Coggins so he can be identified. Thank you, that's a beautiful picture. Coggins. Good boy. Both sides. You're silly. Yes, you're a good boy. All right, so then these other two are getting strangles vaccines as well, hopefully. June, you were so cute. Good job. All right, Bandito, I know you don't like this.
Can you control yourself?
Dan, on the other hand, wants to know what he's making out on. Hi, sweetie. I know.
Good boy.
I'm sorry. You're a good boy.
Good boy. Good job.
Good boy, Bandit.
I'm not. You're fine. I'm just gonna
Oh,
unleash you.
shoot.
It's all good.
Get me away from these guys.
It's all good.
No, it's so awful. Oh, good boy. All right, little man, your turn.
Hi, bud. What do you think? And then you're all done.
Good job, buddies. I know. We won't leave you out.
friend. What do you think?
You're a good boy.
Very good boy. All right. Hang on, she's gonna let you go. Hang on.